What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down something with SPY, Tesla, and the overall market. But just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $1,000, you're guaranteed 15. And this offer's been extended until March 31st, by the way, so check it out before they run out. It ends in about 2 months from now. Anyways, so as far as the market is going, I just want to say that the market's been on a downtrend for the last couple of weeks, making lower highs and lower lows. But now the market's showing signs that it wants to rebound a bit. And that's not really a surprise as we hit this support around 575. But I do want to give you guys a warning about this. So tomorrow is going to be Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. 1 hour before the market opens, we have the PPI data report coming out. PPI is the producer price index or wholesale inflation, very similar to CPI, except it's on the wholesale side. We're expecting a slight increase for core and all items PPI on a year-over-year basis. So please be ready for that. We'll have to see what these numbers look like. Then also know that for Wednesday, we have big bank earnings and CPI coming out. So tomorrow is going to be the last full trading day until all this data comes out. So we'll see what all of this leads to. Make sure you guys are prepared just to be safe. So what do I see for SPY? What do I see for the markets? What is my opinion about all of this? Honestly, guys, I think that SPY is showing some strength. If we try to hold 580, we're looking for 582.5 as our target, then eventually 585.2. If we end up losing 578, we're looking for a move back down to 575, depending on our data for tomorrow. We're favoring, we want to push a bit, but we'll see just to be safe. If you're holding anything overnight, be careful. I just want to give you guys a heads up about that. It is up to you because you guys have to know what the risks are. But there is potential for us to try to bounce now if we get a decent report. So we'll see how that ends up looking. For ES, we look a little bit more bullish technically. We want to see if we can get back above 58.80. If not, we're looking for 58.25 as our key support. For now, it's trying to rebound. Will the data push us more? It's a possibility, but we'll see just to be safe if the market's trying to reverse. Nvidia has a gap to fill above at 135. If we can't hold 130, there's going to be a risk of this dumping. And if we hold after our PPI report comes out tomorrow, we're looking for an attempt to get back up to this gap fill for 135 plus and eventually the 137s. So will Nvidia get the bounce? We'll see if we get some good data. That could be a catalyst to help us. Bitcoin is going to be looking for an attempt to test 93,700. So far, it has potential, so I think it's doing a good job at holding up. For a few more, we have Tesla. Tesla's looking decent. We're going to be testing this resistance around this 396 area. If we break that, we're looking for a push closer to about 406. Tesla has potential now. It's actually back in the green, but we'll see if this data helps it or not. So please be very, very open to that. Will we eventually break the 400 thanks to our data release? It's a possibility. We'll have to see just to be safe. If we end up losing 20,800, we could be dipping. If we hold above this, we're looking for 21,000. Eventually 21,100. So I see potential for us to try to break out there. For the QQQ, we also look a bit more bullish as long as we don't end up losing 502. We could be trying to push back up for essentially 507. So watch to see if that ends up being the case. For Apple, Apple also has potential. We have a gap to fill around 237. If we get that bounce, if the market does try to rebound thanks to PPI, we're looking for that gap fill. If we don't hold 230, we dump. So we'll see if we end up getting that bounce or not. It has some potential. For coin, we also have a gap above. So if we get a decent report, this gap takes us up to about 257. If not, we could be dumping below 240, and that will take us down to about the 230s. So we'll see about that. It has potential to fill that gap. The Russell could be trying to go up for 218, does have a little bit more potential to push to previous support becoming resistance. I would love to see it try to break out from there. For Amazon, we're looking so-so. We want to see if we can try to get back above 218 and eventually push for 220. There's potential in this nonetheless. For Meta, we have to try to break 608. If we break that, we're looking for 610 and eventually this gap fill for 615. So we have some resistances to watch. If we get a rejection here, we're looking for support around 600. For now, we could attempt to rebound. For Microsoft, we have this gap as well to fill around 418, then eventually 421 is our target. If we lose 414, we could be dipping, but I see potential to try to push to fill some of these gaps and pump. So I see potential in that. And then Google also has this gap to fill up here around this 193 area. For now, we see potential. So I just want to say the market has a lot of gaps above. We could be looking for a potential bounce for the shorter term, but this is going to depend on our data. If you're holding anything overnight, it's your choice. You can make a lot of money if you're doing it, or you may not make money. It's your choice, of course. I just want to say that I'm here to give you guys a warning about what the risks are, and it's you guys can do whatever you want from this point on. I want to thank you all for listening, so please have a good rest of your day. I'll be back in a couple of hours for another update. Until then, make sure you watch your levels very closely and just know that there's big data coming out before market open tomorrow. So, once again, if you hold anything overnight, you're going to have to hold through the data. I wish you all the best, and we'll see how it ends up going. Thank you for listening, and peace out.